Week 14 delivered clarity in the playoff picture, but it also delivered a wave of injuries that could completely reshape the stretch run. The Indianapolis Colts were hit hardest. Daniel Jones went down with an Achilles injury in their loss to Jacksonville, leaving Riley Leonard to finish the game as the only healthy quarterback. Anthony Richardson is still on injured reserve with an orbital fracture, and suddenly a team once dreaming about a deep postseason push is staring at 3 straight losses and a mountain of uncertainty. Jacksonville now sits atop the AFC South, and Indy's hopes of a run are hanging by a thread. Washington didn't fare much better. Jayden Daniels, who had just returned from a dislocated elbow, went down again with another elbow injury. His rookie season has been defined by stops and starts, and he's been limited to only 7 games. To make matters worse, veteran tight end Zach Ertz left with what the team fears is a torn ACL. At 35, this injury could end his season, cutting off what had been his most productive year since his last Pro Bowl campaign. Miami managed to dominate the Jets, but even in victory, the Dolphins absorbed another setback. De'Von Achane had 92 rushing yards and a touchdown before exiting with a rib injury. Mike McDaniel said Achane could have returned in an emergency and emphasized he'll play next week if he's ready. But with Miami sitting at 6-13, every game from here on out is must-win. The margin for error is gone. Around the league, the Broncos keep rolling. At 11-2, they grabbed another win and sit tied with the Patriots for the AFC's best record. Over in the NFC, the Seahawks and Rams became the first teams in the conference to reach double-digit wins. Los Angeles now holds first place in both the division and the conference, showing no signs of slowing down. Meanwhile, Green Bay jumped ahead of Chicago after taking down the Bears. They meet again in Week 16 with division implications hanging in the balance. And in a thriller, Buffalo all but shut the door on Cincinnati's playoff hopes, pulling out a high-scoring win that went down to the final moments. Week 14 wasn't just impactful, it was a turning point. Contenders separated themselves, injuries reshaped expectations, and several teams now find their playoff dreams hanging by the slimmest of margins.